This mother and child were victims of the crisis of homelessness early in their life together as a family. Without an extended family that they could turn to, their future and well-being were in jeopardy. It's no secret that homelessness is a nationwide problem that has not improved with time. The National Coalition for the Homeless reports that on average, 600,000 families are homeless every year, and of those homeless individuals, 800,000 to 1.2 million are children. Many of these children experience homelessness during an extremely formative period of their young lives, as half of them are under the age of 5. In Dane County alone, 1,000 to 2,000 people live in homeless shelters annually, and sadly, 1,000 to 3,000 more individuals are turned away because shelters are full. Statistics which are more unsettling are that in the Madison area, 3/4 of homeless families have a single mother as head of the household, and 1/3 of the homeless population is children. Families find themselves seeking aid and shelter for a number of reasons. Primary among them are threat or fear of violence, family conflict, and low or no income. One well-established nonprofit organization serving the Madison area and working to address homelessness is Hope House. Hope House is an outstanding emergency housing option that works with Dane County Parent Council and Early Head Start to foster independent living among women with very young children in a loving and supportive environment. Carrie Bernhardt and Claire McArdle, co-founders of Hope House, talk about how it all began.
In about 2001, a group of 24 Bethel members decided to learn about mission. We went together to Washington, D.C. to spend some time looking at Samaritan Inns, a project that our son was very involved with, and we learned different kinds of missions. When we came back, we said, now what do we do with this new knowledge? It turned out that Claire and I said the same thing. We were on opposite sides of the circle, but she had been a social worker and had seen the need for homeless young mothers with new babies to have stress release and help with the newborns and therefore housing. And I, who had been a school guidance counselor, saw the same thing. Young moms with young children who weren't welcome to stay or live anywhere. And we wanted to build love and trust in these young children from day one. And we knew that taking the stress off the homelessness and overseeing some parenting and creating a community, a home, if you will, we decided that was the way to go.
I would say at the conclusion of our mission work in Washington, D.C., the morning before we left, we sat in a circle, and all of us were expected to come up with some idea about how we can bring the mission home. And Carrie and I actually were sitting next to each other.
Oh, okay.
And started talking about teenage moms and what a problem it was for teens pregnant and newly birthed to have a place to live. And it was sort of like a little spark went off, and we said, oh, let's try something like that.
In partnership with Dane County Parent Council, Early Head Start, and a generous grant from the Madison Community Foundation's A Fund for Women and donations from Bethel Lutheran Church members, Hope House became a reality. Hope House was able to welcome its first family in the spring of 2002, and it has the capacity to house 3 families at a time. Since its doors first opened, Hope House has been successfully guiding and supporting women and their children so that as family they can find independent housing and become fully contributing members of the community. Part of the funding for Hope House supports a professional coordinator for the house who works with the women to complete a variety of tasks.
Our resident coordinator provides assistance with mentoring in terms of teaching moms basic housing management, money management, nutrition, and parenting, but also works with them one-on-one to help remove barriers toward achieving independent housing.
The Hope House coordinator is an essential support for the residents of Hope House.
What I do here at Hope House is I am the coordinator, but I also work in the role of a case manager. So I make sure that the safety of everyone in the house upkeeping is well, and I also work individually with the women to work on whatever their needs are to help them to not only get housing, but support whatever needs their children need, if they need employment, education, if they need therapy or counseling, if their children need to be in child care or receive birth to 3 services. The list just goes on. There are lots of requirements to stay at Hope House. We have a lot of rules that a mom would have anywhere she lives, but we also have rules that just apply to Hope House. Those rules vary. Some of those are they do have to participate in weekly case management with myself. They also have to be working towards their goals and actively working with me towards whatever goals they have. The benefits for the children who live at Hope House is that they're stable, so they're stabilized. Some children haven't been stabilized in a long time, so even having a place to stay temporarily can be extremely helpful. Also, we can get them into child care through the DCPC child care sites. We can get them in birth to 3 services to work on developmental needs. And they also get some parenting education through their parents, which helps with the children, and then child development as well.
While the residents of Hope House are supported and encouraged in a number of ways, there is no one better able to speak to what Hope House provides and means to its families than a former Hope House mother.
My name is Cassandra. I stayed at Hope House for a little over a year, from May of 2010 to May of 2011. My son is 2. He's going to be 3. He had his 2-year-old birthday at Hope House. What did I accomplish personally at Hope House? I got my HSED. I started college. I obtained employment. I helped others obtain employment. I got my son in the Birth to 3 program. And I learned to be more of an independent mother. And I got housing. I have been in permanent housing now for 2 months. Everything's going great. Bills are paid on time. Everything's all right, home-wise. I haven't really accomplished too much since leaving Hope House. I'm still in college, still working pretty much part-time. Closer to full-time, I guess. Hope House to me at first was just a place to call home, but now it's a place with lots of happy memories. I made great friends here, and I remember coming home nights stressed out and laying in my bed in the Joy Room, and it was relaxing just to know that I had someplace to go and think, and I had Sarah and Tanisha to talk to, who always had answers to every question I had.
Hope House has touched the lives of so many women and children over the years in many amazing ways, but the Hope House Board knows there is much more work to be done as it looks towards the future.
Okay. Hope House is successful only because of the support of our donors and our dedicated volunteers. Homelessness is an increasing problem for families in our community, and housing resources are becoming more and more scarce. As we look to the future of Hope House, we need support now more than ever to support more women and to support more success stories like those you've heard. Finally, I would love to see us be able to provide the support to fund even more structured programming for the women of Hope House, to provide more professional services and mentoring, teaching moms about household management, teaching them about money management, parenting, and nutrition, and also working with them one-on-one to help improve their credit and remove barriers to housing. All of those services are provided by professionals who are dedicated and who love to work with the women of Hope House. But those salaries can't be provided without the generous support of donors like you.
Please visit our website in order to find out even more about Hope House, including how you can volunteer and make a donation. With your help, Hope House can continue saving women and children from the streets of Dane County, one family at a time.